All right, so we are going to talk about sciatica today. Sciatica is a really common thing in the clinic. A true sciatica is pain that goes down the back of the leg, and it's a deep burning type of pain. Meralgia paresthetica comes around the side. This is generally from L2 and L3, but sciatica generally comes from 3, 4, and 5 lumbar plexus, join together, go around through the sciatic notch, out and down the back of the leg. Chiropractically, we can adjust these areas. This is a very common area to get disc degeneration. When the disc degenerates, it's going to start to lose the spacing in between the vertebra or the intervertebral foramen. You get disc bulges through there, all these really common things. So we start to adjust that, and that decompresses the joint or the area. The other thing that it does is the little small muscles that are all throughout here that come off and stabilize to the front of the pelvis, stabilize to the rear of the pelvis. Even muscles that you have, like the piriformis muscle that comes from in here out to the femur head, it will go into spasm to protect the area. That's a normal thing. That's something that happens. So as I adjust and bring back the alignment, and we start to break that positive feedback loop of the muscle stuff, we need to do soft tissue work. So we start to do trigger point therapy on the piriformis, quadratus lumborum, and things of that nature. As you start to feel better, the next thing we need to do is go into rehab and start to strengthen the kinetic chain in the posterior and the anterior. And what I've actually just recently been giving my patients are a couple of different exercises to do to start to strengthen this so that it all starts to hold. Right off the bat, if you're in good enough shape to start doing like kettlebell exercises, steel mace exercises, things to strengthen the core, great. Start to do them, get adjusted so that the spine stays pliable and mobile. We can do range of motion exercises on you and make sure you're within that normal range. The other thing that you can do at home is you get into a doorway and you start to do deep squats. You need to be able to squat, especially as you get older. And so what we want to do is we get towards a door so we can grab, and then we go down into a deep squat and we let the legs go out. You want that to go out. That's a normal tracking position. And then I am holding myself here. I also actually have back issues, bending over all day, adjusting people. So then you want the power to go through the heels, and then you want to come back up. And you want to do this, most people can't start out and do that. They start out by doing a half squat. But you want to get to where you can go all the way down and come all the way back up. Don't bend. That's why you want to do it in a doorway, because if you donk your head, you know you're leaning forward and you're not actually squatting down. The next thing to do is start to do lunges. Let the knee touch and then come back up, because this also starts to strengthen the kinetic chain in the legs, strengthens everything around the area. Core exercises are paramount, and also, honestly, the getting adjusted, keeping the area fluid, mobile, and open. Yes?
Do you happen to notice that more pregnant women have issues with their sciatic nerve?
Actually, I see where pregnant women have issues with the hips, because as the baby sits inside the pelvis wings out like this at the top, and as you can see, it narrows at the bottom, but things move around, and you have all that relaxin hormone working on the heavy joints here. So as that all happens, this gets hypermobile. And as that gets hypermobile, then you have an issue. And so with that, we start to adjust you. We try to make sure that things are moving the way that they should and in alignment. And then we really pay attention to form and movement. And when you sit, you try not to sit with your legs crossed or on your heel or anything like that. So.
And it is perfectly safe for pregnant women to get adjusted, correct?
Oh, absolutely. How many pregnancies do we have
A lot.
getting adjusted in here every day? So, and that's one thing. You know, we adjust children, we adjust pregnancy, and you don't have to think that those things, that there's something wrong. Chiropractic isn't for just something that's wrong. Chiropractic is to help you move, give you a better quality of life. I was listening to a podcast the other day that was actually railing on chiropractic, and they were talking about how bad it was. And then there was another group of people that I listened to that aren't chiropractors. They're actually just exercise physiologists and trainers, and they actually came back and reported what the other person was saying. And they brought up the studies and everything else, and it's true. Chiropractic is about movement. If things aren't lined up and you can't move in a proper direction, it's like driving down the road with your frame bent on your car. What's going to happen? You're going to eat the tires off of it. Well, how many people have degenerative low back disease? How many people have degenerative discs? For everything that I've done in my life, from soccer since age 4 to Ironman to just the numerous triathlons, bicycling, blah, 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 I still don't have degenerative discs. I've been adjusted since I was in high school, and it just helps. So remember the exercises: squatting, the knee bends, the lunges. A good stretch, just real quick, and everything's gonna fall out of my pockets. Yes, I am a nerd. I need a pocket protector. So, as you are getting up and you have issues with the piriformis or you're getting tight, and a lot of people will say my butt's tight. Well, that's typically the piriformis muscle. Cross the leg, bring this leg up and stretch. And as you grab here and pull towards you, you will feel this tighten right in here, and that's the piriformis muscle. Hold it for 10-15 seconds, switch, and pull that one up. So, any questions? Ask away. Remember to comment, like, whatever you want. If you can think of something else that you want to hear me talk about, feel free. Melissa Dutcher won this one, so thank you and have a great day.